Okay. All right. Thank you guys for jumping on our July call, July 2018, the Flawless Empire monthly team call. We have Alyssa talking tonight about goals, but first I just wanted to go over a few really quick things. First of all, I used to go over a few things that you should know that is going on in Beachbody Land, but the National Wake Up Call does such a good job of doing it. If you are not making it a habit of watching, notice I said watching because it's live now, it's not just listening. They do a live video now and they show slides of all of the stuff. And there's just so much stuff going on, it's too much for me to cover. So I want you to make sure that you look at the National Wake Up Call, even if you don't want to listen to the speaker. If you just watch the first 5 minutes of the National Wake Up Call, it gives you a summary of what's also in your Coach Online office, the breaking news. That's another place to always look. So those two places. And then the third place is always the pinned post to our team page. I made a calendar, a very generic calendar that's great. I didn't make it in June and I had so many people ask for it, so I made it again. And then I put all of the, the Success Club for the month, the Beat Your Best, which is awesome. If you don't know what that is, I'm not going to waste my time and tell you, because you can check FAQ, you can check your Coach Online office. Like I said, you can listen to the beginning of the National Wake Up Call. All of it was explained. But most importantly right now, you should be promoting something, whether it's, if you're still doing 2B mindset and that's working for you, that's what you should be promoting. If you are excited about Mes de Mas and you have a big Spanish, niche, get on that train. If you are excited for Lift 4, promote that. But don't feel like you have to promote everything just because it's there, because it's a lot. So if 2B mindset is working for you, stay with that. If you want to add Lift 4, because it really does mesh really well with 2B mindset, do that. But everything that you need to know is in your Coach Online office, is on the National Wake Up Call. So check that out. I really don't have any other announcements. So I am going to let Alyssa talk about goals. And she has a really cool activity for us, so I hope you brought your pen and paper. Really quick, though, if you did not listen to that call last night from the Bombshell Dynasty call, Brad Bizjark, I shared it in the page. He's a life coach, and it was amazing. It was a great folding laundry listening to. My mind was like, whoa. He just shifted my mindset in 3 different things that he talked about. It was incredible. So definitely something that you want to look at. It's in the pin post of the team page. I shared it a few times. But right now, Alyssa's going to talk to us about setting goals. And I'm going to mute myself. So take it away, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. I know a lot of these faces, which is super cool. I know them well, actually. Is it Laura? I think last week we were on a call together. Hi, Laura. And then Sydney, I do not know you, but hello. So my name is Alyssa. I actually was one of Lori's first, one of her first coaches, not the first coach, but I started, just a little backstory for the two of you and those of you who don't know my whole story. I started the 21-Day Fix in January of 2015, so just a few months after Lori started, and became a coach. I immediately fell in love with it, and people started noticing changes, and I loved the Shakeology, and I thought it just made sense to do this coaching thing. So I became a coach in March 25th of 2015. So over 3 years now, which is crazy. And since then, I've grown my business, slowly, but surely. And I'm a 1-star diamond right now with a great team of ladies underneath me who are really growing their business as well. Throughout my journey with this team, I have been lucky enough to go to a retreat with Lori last year. I went to Summit last year, and I also went to an amazing new leader conference in February. So this could be a goal for you guys, because this was an unexpected win for me last year. I didn't really even know what it was. And they fly you out to LA. You're with the top coaches. You're with Carl, the fitness trainers. There were a couple hundred people. I don't know. There weren't that many. It was amazing. And then you're with your team. You're with other people from your team. So that's something to aim for. And you can read all about the specifics of how to get that. But aiming for those things, because they treat you to that. I had to pay for my air ticket. I earned my room. I got a room for free. This awesome room in, Los Angeles. It was super cool. So here I am. I am a full-time speech and language pathologist, and I have 2 girls. I live in Rockport, Massachusetts, right near the ocean. So I'm at the beach all the time now that I'm on school break. I've managed to build this business, being busy, just as busy as other people. It's slower for me because I have limited time. But I know, Laura, we were talking about that last week, just trying to figure out how to fit it in. And it does work. It's just at your own pace, what works for you. And you can't compare yourself to other people because that just makes you feel crummy. Okay, so everybody, goals. I love goals. I really do. So I'm a speech pathologist, and as a speech pathologist, what we do is when we identify children as needing support, we have to develop goals. So I've been doing this for like 20 years, so I know how to write specific goals for the education system. And when you write a big goal, it's for like a year, but then you have to have little steps to get there. You're not just going to say, Johnny will speak in sentences. Okay, well, what's Johnny going to do to speak in sentences? So I'm just going to tell you, that's kind of why I love goals and why they're so big to me, is because if you don't have something written and out there, if it's just stuck in your head, you're riding your bike, you're thinking about everything you want to do, right? But it's just there. But if it's not written down, it's not told to a friend, it's not told to a husband, it's not told to a partner, then there's nothing like substantial there for you to actually meet that goal, if that makes sense. So what I wanted to do, guys, I looked at my goal list from this year. I was just looking, I'm like, I'm not going to meet all these goals, but that's okay. Aim high, aim high. I want you to get a piece of paper right now and get a pen, and I just want you to write these 5 areas, okay? So the first area, personal/fitness/health. So things that have to do with you and your wellness. So that's going to be area 1. So it's all about you. And the second one, family and friends. Third one would be career goals. That could be, your career as, outside of Beachbody, or it could be your Beachbody career goals. So it could also be like financial goals kind of tied in there. And there was one, and I didn't do much in this. It was in my planner, heart and spirit goals. So you can write that down. I did last year put like 6 books and practice yoga 2 times a month. I failed at the practice yoga 2 times a month, but I'm on my way to the 6th book. And then the last one, home goals, because I think that this is like really important to me. These are things, you look around your house and there's things you want to do and you never do them. Write them down, right? So now what I want you guys to do, so you have personal, fitness, health, family, friends, career goals, heart and spirit, and home goals. Just want you to take like 2 or 3 minutes and just jot down whatever comes to your mind. They don't have to be perfect goals, but just look at those categories and just like start writing. Okay, so just like brain dump. And then I'll ask some of you to share and we'll talk about it. And you don't have to put it in something in every category, but just get as much as you can. You might find a lot of things, actually. They might be things that have been floating around in your head for a while, actually. Stacy, are you already done? Get to work.
No, I actually didn't hear all of it because people came home while you were talking. So I'm trying to figure out all the categories.
I'll send you. Okay, turn off your thing and I'll send you. Okay, I'll send you.
All right, thank you. Yes, the pressure.
Type it in the chat. The 5 things.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, that's kind of a mess, guys, but Okay, one more minute. My spelling's horrible. I felt the pressure to type. I think Karen is here. Oh, Courtney, Haley, Karen. Hey, guys. Kristen. Okay, so finish writing your thought or your next thought. Then I'm going to ask for volunteers. Okay. Do you guys get stuff? Thumbs up? You got some in each category? Or some, you know, some good ones? Look at the next screen. Karen and Ron in the dark. You got it. Yeah, good. Courtney, Haley with a baby. Suzanne, I can't see her, and Kristen. Okay, great. Okay, so who would like to be my guinea pig? Who would like to volunteer? I'm going to analyze you. I'm going to do therapy on you now. Okay, so who would like to tell me, first of all, was that hard or was it easy?
I think it was a little challenging yet easy at the same time, I guess I would say.
Good, so it's going to get you thinking, and then you can, work on this after. Okay, who would like to share with me some of their goals?
I'll share.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Just to kick it off, I want to share with you my goals so let me just give you an example of my fitness goals. To finish 80-day obsession and then 2 more programs. To fix my bike and ride it by the spring. See, these aren't all Beachbody. They're just things in life. Run a 10 mile or a 10K by October. And then my family and friends were vacation goals, weekend getaway with my husband. Career were like take courses for speech pathology and take courses, graduate courses. Then I had a whole slew of Beachbody ones, and then some home ones. So that's examples. But okay, you want to share, Sydney?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, great.
So for personal fitness and health, the biggest one is finishing 80 days, 80-day obsession, because when I started with 21 Day Fix as a challenger on Amber's team a couple years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't finish, so I'm determined to finish this program, my first full program. I'm super excited. I'm coming in on the end of phase 1. Some family and friend goals. My husband and I have a goal to go to Ireland next April with my daughter, with our daughter for her 1-year birthday. So that is a goal that we're working towards. Also more him and I time without the kids. Career goals is I would really like to make my way towards Emerald and then Emerald to Diamond with Beachbody.
Okay, can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Can I stop you? Okay, so this is where I'm going to come in and say, what are the steps? Like, so you have a goal. What are your steps to get there? And I'm just as rhetorical. You don't have to tell me exactly what you're going to do. But when we set these goals, we also have to have steps to get to them. So instead of just saying, I want to get to Emerald, I want to get to Diamond. Well, when are you going to get to Emerald and how are you going to do that?
Okay.
And then this isn't anything bad against you. This is, this is just, and then how are you going to get to Emerald to Diamond? By doing these things, right? So you actually say, like, I want to be Emerald by 2 weeks from now. I want to be Diamond by blah, blah, blah. And how I'm going to do it is, you see how that is? So you can even break that down a little bit more.
Yep.
Good.
Perfect. What?
Is there anything else?
Oh, for the heart and spirit goals, I really put on there, read 1 personal development book or listen to an audio per month to really keep myself on track. And then for my home, really making steps towards redoing some of the projects inside my house.
Yes, and that's huge. I think in the house, we all get, like, you look around at everything, right? And if you start writing the things down so you can actually remember what you want to do, like just little projects, right? That's great. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And just keep doing that, dive into that and look at those goals and how you're going to achieve those. That's great. Would anybody else like to share?
I just want to say that I love the book goal because it's so easy to measure. I feel like you say one book a month, and by like the last 3 days of the month, you're like, shit, I have 3 chapters. Hurry up, hurry up. Why is it that we don't do that with other goals though? Like, because a book is so easy to be like, okay, I have this much more to read. But with other goals, we're not like, oh, I only have, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I love that. I do the same thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's July. I got to hurry up. And I quickly finished my book so that I could start my next one. But if it was only that easy to hit other goals like that.
Right.
Oh,
and
I
there's
agree.
going to be some that you can't, right. You're going to aim high, but you might not get them. And so it's really tangible ones. Like last year, run a half marathon for me. Okay. I have to sign up. I have to train and I do it. Right. But yeah. Okay. Does anyone else want to share? How to make your dreams become a reality? Come on.
Can you hear me?
No, Karen, would you like to share?
I would love to share.
Right.
I'm sorry we're in the dark, but it's close to bedtime.
That's okay.
Okay, so I am really, really big on the breaking it down. That's like my jam. Oh, stop. So the home one, and I will say that whenever I do this, I usually achieve it earlier than expected. So we want to pay off our home. So I calculated how much, I took a time frame and then I divided it by the number of months and saw how much money I need to put in to each month to get it paid off by a certain amount of time. And we now know how much, like if that number was to seem like not realistic, we, tweaked it a little to make it realistic. And so we have a payoff date for our home. So our goal is to have no mortgage. And then that's 3 years from now. Well, actually 2.5, maybe probably less though, because what happens with those goals is it's usually done earlier. And then once that's done, we are planning to rent this place and buy a new home, or maybe we'll just stay here and have a complete life of freedom.
That's great. Right. And you have to break it down. Right. You can't just say, pay off our house.
Right. Right. And like I have to say that he just paid his school loan, and we did it the same way. He sent in his last payment in May, but the projected date was June. So, it happened sooner. So we have no debt. So now what I want to do is, of course, now Beachbody ties in because it's going to help us do this. We don't spend Beachbody money. We immediately move it over to savings. So, but, we can. And everybody's situation is different. So super excited to have Beachbody in our life because of that, and would do it without it, and Dad did it without it, but it's making it a lot easier. All right, that's all.
Thank you, my dear.
I love the way Karen took her goal and she dissected it. Like she knew what she wanted it to be, and then she backtracked to figure out what it took to get there.
And that's what you need to do, because otherwise they look like too big a lot of times. Even like a house project. Like we're going to redo our kitchen this year. That's on my goal. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? And my friends are like, okay, you start by writing everything you do not like about your kitchen. You start by, so just because they're just become too big. Some of them are easy, but some of them become too big.
SMART goals, right? SMART.
Yes.
SMART. What does it stand for?
Some of them are stupid, actually.
It stands for
measurable,
attainable. Yeah.
Okay, so what I wanted to say, does anyone else want to share? Does anyone else? I mean, these are just guidelines. This is just, I think, a good brainstorming activity to get you to look in the different areas. You might have different areas of your life, or you might just want to plop them into 2 groups. Some of those groups might not be important to you. But also what's very important about these, once you get them written down or typed up, is to post them somewhere that you will see them. Not just keep them on your computer, but to print them out or whatever it is and post them. I'm at my desk right now and I have like 3 things and they're always here. Like I have my goals during every challenge group written. I have just inspirational quotes and such, but you want those right where I know, Lori, I think you said you had it in your closet or something. Like if these things are in front of you every day, you're going to stay on top of them, right? They're not just in your computer, in your head. And the other piece of that is that you should be talking to other people about your goals. This is huge. This is one of the reasons that, well, this is a big part of the reason we say have a success partner. And if you don't, that's fine, because there's other people you can talk to. People in your accountability group, maybe your coach, but definitely a family member. It doesn't even have to be a Beachbody person, but for the Beachbody related goals, you know, it's really nice for you to be able to talk to somebody who kind of gets the lingo and stuff, so that they can hold you accountable and be like, okay, Alyssa, you said you were going to, you know, finish 80-day obsession and you haven't done it in a week. What's going on, right? And you kind of have to be a hard ass a little bit. Like poor Sydney, I wasn't being a hard ass with you, but, you know, like kind of just like, how are you going to do that, right? Like, don't just say it. How are you going to do it? And sometimes you just need those people to kick you in the butt and motivate you and say, you know, you got to get moving. So I think that's a huge person. Huge point, not a people person, is to have the goals in front of you and to have somebody holding you accountable to it. Just like we are in accountability groups where we show up and drink our shake and eat healthy foods. But you need to have somebody holding you accountable to those goals. And I think that's it. I probably went too fast. Does anyone have any questions?
Can I say something about having an accountability partner real quick?
Of course.
Okay, so, and it's funny that like all this is happening on the same day, but Amber is my success partner, which I'm sure you guys all know that, hopefully by now. And we just obviously get along so well and work together so well, but we messaged each other today, especially for July. I mean, this should be every month regardless, but especially with July being Beat Your Best, she was like, how are we going to ensure that we're reaching the goals that we have set for ourselves this month? Like, we have that, you know, it's good to have that success partner and to have that relationship with somebody. That way you can make sure that you're keeping your daily, you're doing your vital behaviors, you're keeping your daily schedule on track so that you can hit these goals. And so she's like, you know, we're going to talk every single day. And if, you know, at the end of the week when we assess kind of if we're hitting that success club 6 or 8 or 10 or whatever we need to be hitting for the week, you know, what could you have done differently the next week to reach that goal? And so just being able to talk to somebody about that stuff, like you said, is just so important. So I just wanted to reiterate that.
Thank you. That's great. And you made me think of something, Haley, too, is that I just kind of did this as a really big brainstorming for the beginning of the year. This is what I do at the beginning of the year, but you often do have to look month by month, too, when there's different things happening. So that's great. That's great that you're on top of it. Good for you.
That's awesome. I mean, Alyssa, it's like with the NLC, like if anyone's on this call that wants to go to NLC, you have to figure out what it takes to get there, what you have to do. Okay, so you have to be, last year it was 1-star diamond. So Alyssa knew that. So she had, you know, coaches on her team that were pushing for diamond, and diamond, you know, you have to be a diamond and then you have to have a diamond below you. But then you also have to have a certain amount of coaches to be 1-star. So all these things, like I know everybody's first goal is I want to be a diamond coach. And then half the coaches that tell me that don't even know what that means. They just want to be it. So you have to figure out what that means, how many coaches that is. Look at your challenge groups, look at your challengers, you know, kind of like what Karen did with her goal. You have to work backwards. You know what the goal is, and then you have to figure out how to get there, and then each month what to do to get there. Like this Beat Your Best. We all have different goals this month because our beat our best could be 10, it could be 50, it could be 2. So what is it going to take to get that? How many Success Club points do we need each week? So, yeah, I love that. You definitely have to look at the whole, but then dissect it and break it down. This is so good, Alyssa.
To that, yeah, it was awesome. Like, it made me laugh when Lori brought up like the rank thing, because I remember vividly last year, I made a list. Like when I put 1-star diamond, it was hard. Like, and I just want everyone that's wanting to rank advanced to know, like, everybody knows it's hard, you know, but like I tirelessly worked on every single day. Like, it wasn't just, I want to be this. It was like, what do I need to do? Like, I had to every single day look at everything in my downline. I had to contact people to make, you know, it just, like it was hard, but it was worth it. So if you've got that goal, definitely do what Alyssa said. Like, she stopped and said, make sure you know what it takes and know that you have to communicate a lot and just be on top of it.
And I think the way that you related it to our challenge groups and how we treat our very first challenge group, like, okay, so we all pretty much started with the 21-day fix or, something with the containers. We learned the program. Showing up for the fitness is the easiest part. The nutrition is always the hardest. We set a goal for ourselves. We want to lose like 8 to 10 pounds. How are we going to do it? We learn the nutrition plan. We write a meal plan for each day and then each week and then the whole month. So I always relate it back to the challenge group. Like, how did you treat that first, gosh, when all of us started, it was a challenge pack box and everything was in the box and the DVDs. Now it's like delivered to your computer immediately and you can print everything out right away. But you have to do that with everything, like with the coaching, with the ranks, with everything. You have to figure out how to get there to get there. I love this, Alyssa. This is like basic stuff, but when you say it, it's like, dissection.
And I just want to say one other thing. So I didn't really dive into a lot of the Beachbody, like Beachbody specific, because I think it's really important not to just look only at that in your life, because it's part of our life. So I think that's why I didn't focus on, okay, how are you going to do this? I think it's really important for you to look at, it's good that you're, Beachbody is really making you analyze, setting goals for that business. So then you can bring them broader and you can really look at improving your life. I mean, honestly, guys, being part of this company has made such tremendous changes in my life. And not just because of Beachbody, but in the past few months, people will say to me, how are you, Alyssa? And I'll say, I'm amazing. And they're like, last week, someone's like, wow, you don't usually hear that from people. And I'm like, I know, like, I can't complain. And that's not just Beachbody. Like, that's my relationship with my husband, my family, like everything's just really good. But I've also put things out into the universe to happen and to make me living, like, to have a great life. This is where I get all passionate. I'll probably cry or something. But like, you guys, the world, there are so many possibilities out there. I'm getting chills. Like, you just have to put it out there and stop thinking that you can't do it, because you can do anything, but you have to work hard. You have to put it out there and you have to believe in yourself, because we believe in you guys, but you have to believe in yourself and believe that you can do it and that things are going to be hard, but you can do it. And we're here to support you.
Does anyone want to share like a total non-Beachbody related goal that they wrote down? I'll share one. One of mine is to call on the phone my brother. Never talk on the phone. And he doesn't really like to talk. So is he listening?
I just said, Alex, did you hear that? Because I thought you were referring to the other brother.
No, I was saying that for real.
This brother.
So that's one of I literally wrote that down. You can tell him that. Anyway, does anyone else want to share like a totally go ahead, Court.
You're on mute.
Who's going?
Mute. You're muted, girl. Unmute so we can hear your wonderful stuff.
She's talking. We can't hear her. Oh, there's Georgia.
Maybe you could type it. Someone else want to share their un-Beachbody related goal while Courtney types hers?
I will.
Go ahead.
So I just did a major one off of my list. I just paid off my last student loan debt.
Yay!
So my next one is to start saving up for a down payment on a condo or a house so I don't have to rent anymore in this state. So that's my big one right there.
That's great. And you'll do it.
All right. Courtney wrote, I want my daughter to be potty trained before the end of the summer. And I want both of my children to learn to swim this summer. See, those are such good goals because she knows what to do to get there. Well, potty training, I don't know. With swimming lessons, I love it. Those are so good. And Beachbody can help pay for those swim lessons. All right, what else? I love these. This is so good. Anybody else want to share? I have a goal. I really want to go to a Tony Robbins event. Anyone want to go with me? or one of those like really great events that like is what Alyssa just talked to, but times like 1,000,000.
Yeah.
I really want to do something like that. Tony Robbins is like $3,000 or something, but like something like that, maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah. We'll have to do a team one of those. All right. I want to go over my fear of going live. That's a good one. You have to do that fear to get over that fear.
Yeah.
I want to get over that fear too. I don't do it nearly as much. What else? Anyone else want to share? This is good. This is good stuff, and I'm recording this, so I'm going to share this with the team, and hopefully you guys can get on after I record it and be like, that was so awesome, so that the whole team does it.
I made safety consultant of the year, which I didn't think I'd get for another 2 years at least. So,
what was it?
Safety consultant of the year in my job.
That's
I won it as a consult out of all the consultants.
Good job.
And, so I didn't expect to get it for another 2 to 3 years. So I was kind of really surprised on that one. So you never know.
awesome. I love that. So great. All right, and how many people are going to Summit next year? Look at that. That's awesome. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne's watching, but we can't see her. All right, anything else, Alyssa? That was awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. That's what we need. We need more like action-based. Every month we're going to have a diamond leader talk on our call about something awesome like this. So if you're a diamond, get in the diamond page and sign up. But that's it. Let's thank Alyssa. And I'm going to stop recording. And